right, good morning and welcome to the video. So today we're doing a track workout. We're doing 800-meter repeats. I'm gonna do 8 of them. And I just finished warming up. I did a 5-mile warm-up around BPN HQ. This track we used to come to, it's literally like 1.5 miles from our HQ. So it's super convenient. And then I'll just do some cool down miles afterwards. The goal today is around 11 miles of total volume. And what I'm mixing up right now is G1M Sport. So I'm gonna do 2 scoops. I'm gonna get 40 grams of carbs and 700 milligrams of sodium that I'll sip on during these 800-meter repeats. Goal with this product is it is a fuel source. It's going to fuel this training session, the effort I'm going to be putting out during these intervals, these repeats, as well as promote and activate recovery, top off muscle glycogen, which is how your muscles store carbohydrates. When I first was training for an Ironman in 2019, I knew I needed a carb source, and I struggled to find one that didn't just destroy my stomach. And that was like the reason we created G1M Sport, is we wanted to find a carbohydrate source and a superior endurance formula that wouldn't destroy your gut. When we found cluster dextrin, we found it's very fast gastric emptying. So it doesn't cause stomach discomfort or gas or bloating or even burping, which is a common symptom for endurance athletes when they're fueling during training sessions. So full electrolyte profile, carbohydrates in the form of cluster dextrin, beautiful formula, beautiful product, and I use it around my endurance training sessions. So let's go hit some 800-meter repeats.
Come take a seat. Mount up the feet. I'm hungry like I've been fasting this week. It's time to eat. Back from the dead, but don't repeat. I'm the missing link. Open your eyes. What do you seek? My vision complete.
What I'm focused on, like, pace is obviously important for me. I want to hit a certain pace because after this ultra, we're going back into marathon prep, and there's a certain pace I need to hit to run a sub 250 marathon. But when you come out to do repeats or intervals or tempo workouts and track workouts, the goal isn't to kill yourself. Like Jeff Cunningham says, it's better to be consistently good than occasionally great. I'm holding back still on these repeats. I'm not redlining it, but I know where that threshold is, and I wanna ride that wave right there to get the most out of this workout. But I shouldn't be crossing, the 800-meter line. That's not the point. It's not to kill yourself. It's to get better, to improve.
Them as black as they come. Even shoot black when I'ma shoot back when they come. Bang. They wanna attack, but I'm numb. Just gets the black on my bum. I'm moving back to the sun. I just rap cause it's fun. Got my lady wearing all black like a nun. Make a deposit. Leave them with some knowledge. $100,000 and I ain't safe for college. My kids can get all. Let's paint it all. We in all. I need it in all. My heart, soul, I go. Let's paint it all. We in all. I need it in all. My heart, soul, I go. Lost space, no fear, no die. You first, same time. Tell them all we alive, all rise. Tell them folks it's bedtime, lights out.
So that was the first time doing 800-meter repeats in months. Honestly, probably since my last triathlon prep. And I was surprisingly very happy with my paces and what I was hitting. We still have a long way to improve until the end of May for the Buffalo Marathon, where I'm attempting to run a sub 250 marathon. But based off my paces today, I know we're in a good spot, a good starting spot. Last couple weeks, I started adding tempo workouts and fartleks back into my training once a week, speed workouts. And overall, after today, I'm confident of where we're at going to this next marathon block after this ultra, which is, the ultra's in about a month from now. And the one thing that was going through my mind over those past last three repeats was that when I'm on my deathbed, when I'm about to die, when I'm about to be gone forever, one thing I will never regret is waking up early. For me, at least, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but for me, there has been so much power in having a foundational routine in the morning, like waking up with the sun, waking up with the world, starting your day when it's dark, and then finishing your morning routine as the sun's rising, and then heading into work. And it just, for me, it's powerful. It really is, and I love it. I love starting my mornings with sunrises like this. Like today, it's breathtaking. So if there's one thing I'll never regret before I die, it's waking up early. So going into this new year, into 2022, we have some pretty big goals, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. And to facilitate those goals, we made some changes here at BPN HQ, where, like I've been talking about, we moved the marketing and media team to a completely different building. I moved my office back to where I originally started in Suite 360, and then the operations team is taking over this whole wing of the building, and we're building out some offices in there right now, which I'll show you. So now Preston has my office, which was in there. Preston is currently in there. Joe moved over here, director of operations, and then these offices are getting built out. Previously, we had some freestanding, just like wall dividers, but we wanted to create some more privacy. So these are getting built out. Wyatt is currently in there, but he will be moving into there, and then we'll add some desks over here. So hopefully in the next couple of days, these are finished being built out, and then we can move people into these offices. And then back here in the warehouse, we haven't really changed anything up, but we always know going into a new year, January, February, March, that first quarter, volume is pretty high. So right now, the team is getting out about 1,500 packages a day, and we're keeping up with orders. They're coming in, they're going out as fast as possible. So they're killing it back here. And now where my new office is right here. So this is a little nostalgic because this suite that I'm in right now was the first unit we occupied in this business park. That used to be, if you guys can remember, the podcast studio and then a conference room, which is now my office. And then this was my office when we were over here, but now Trey, our VP of marketing, is in there. We have a little kitchenette behind us here. And then over here, where the media and marketing team was operating out of, and now they're in a new building, we have Ryan and Jeremy, who just started. Jeremy is the media director for my personal content, and then Ryan is our audio engineer, primarily working on the podcast. Now, I'm still getting situated in my new office, and I have some more things coming in, but I have like this L-shaped desk here. We get all of our standing desks from Vari, V-A-R-I. We love them. And then I have this couch here. I have some picture frames that are going behind this. Whiteboards will be all over the place. And then this skull right here is actually from Rome Ranch, which is a ranch here in the Texas area. So that was added this past week. And this is my new home, second home, or maybe even I probably spend more time here actually than I do at my actual home. So let's talk about goals for this next year. I'll start with my personal and fitness goals and then go into business. So personal, one, learn how to become a better husband, a better partner. I don't think you can ever stop improving on that. After 1 year of marriage, we've learned a lot, but there's still a lot to improve on, obviously. Two is to prepare for fatherhood. Our baby girl is due in July of 2022, and I can't say I understand the responsibility yet, but I can feel that responsibility and the obligation to be a strong father to this baby girl. So I'm super excited for that next chapter of life. And then fitness-wise, I'm going to run a sub 250 marathon at the Buffalo, New York Marathon at the end of May. So that's what I'll be training for after this next ultra. And we're going to be documenting this entire series and providing free training programs to go along with that. That'll be released the middle of January or middle of February after this ultra. Now, business-wise, that are kind of parallel with me and BPN, I'm going to break these down to a few buckets. One being technology. We are investing in technology this year in terms of our website. We're rebuilding our website with a team that we partnered with, and we're rebuilding, again, our mobile application for iOS and Android. And the focus with these rebuilds, these restructures, is value and education. We want to educate you guys, consumers, users, on the supplements, the products, how to use them, the benefits, training, nutrition, offering value through recipes, and how to incorporate it into your daily life. We want to go really hard on education to help people reach their goals with our supplements, our mindset, our lifestyle, the same way we apply it to our lives. And we feel this responsibility and obligation to educate more. So we'll be using technology for that. 2 is the team. And it's my goal to develop team members and leaders within the organization further in this next year to, 1, influence and grow their personal teams here in their departments and grow the business. And with my baby girl coming in July, I know I'll have to step back a little bit from the amount I'm working right now, and delegating and building those teams and infrastructure right now will facilitate that ability. And just continuing to build and refine and rebuild our systems. Anything that you can automate within a business allows you to focus on things that aren't able to be automated. And you can focus on these big, deeper moving pieces. 3 is product launches. We are launching a bunch of new products this year that we've been working on for, 2+ years at this point. We are relaunching the Field Bars next week. We have Peak Sleep, which is our sleep supplement that is launching in February. And we're putting that one through a clinical study, a single blind clinical study with 72 personnel. And we're putting that study into action in February. So we'll have those results probably 8 to, I'd say, 16 weeks after starting that trial. It's an 8-week trial. We are launching our fish oil Strong Omega supplement this year, a collagen protein, which I'll actually show you the label of the collagen protein. That just came in. And we are launching our Strong Food, whole food meal replacement supplement that I'm super, super excited for. So those are the new products that we'll be launching over the next 6 months. And I'm really proud of our current line and our future products we're adding to the line and the work that's gone into that so far. It's been amazing to see. And then the last goal I would say for this next year is to build and inspire and motivate our community through the tagline of commit to consistency. Because I've seen the power of being consistent. The whole team here has seen the power of being consistent. And we want people to feel that. Like when you are just consistent and you commit to that consistency and you see it through every single day and you keep showing up and executing, like Jeff Cunningham says, I'm probably going to say this quote a million times this year, it's better to be consistently good than occasionally great. And we want to help people see that. So that's the goals for this next year. I love I eat honey every single day. The reason I'm pouring this honey on this paper right here is because I have some really good news for you guys. The Field Bar is coming back. It's coming back next week on January 12th. We are relaunching the Field Bar, and it's better than ever. It's simpler than ever. And let me tell you the story about the Field Bar and why the Field Bar even exists and why it's called the Field Bar. Is because when I was in the military, before going to 2, 3, 4 week training missions, we'd go to the field for gunnery or the range or any type of field training. I would pack my own nutrition bars because I didn't want to live off of MREs or hot chow that we were given once a week. And I wanted to keep my calories up. So what I would do is the night before leaving for the field, I'd be in my apartment and I'd gather all these ingredients together and I'd mix it in this big bowl, and then I would form them into bars and wrap them in tinfoil and then throw them at the bottom of my ruck. So during training for those 2, 3, 4 weeks, I'd reach down in the bottom of my ruck, I'd grab out this smashed up, flattened pancake of a bar that was wrapped in tinfoil, and I'd eat it and I'd feel better. I'd feel so much better than eating MREs. And over time, after I transitioned out of the military, that evolved into what is today the Field Bar. So we originally launched this about 2 years ago. And what happened was we launched it and we weren't satisfied or happy with the manufacturer we were working with. So we left them. We went and found a new manufacturer. We relaunched the Field Bar about a year ago. And same thing happened. We just weren't happy with the manufacturer. So we pulled the Field Bar off the site for a little bit in search of a new manufacturer that we could rely on. And by using our protein supplier, Glanbia Nutritionals, they helped us source a protein bar, nutrition bar manufacturer, and we are so happy with the relationship we have with that manufacturer right now. So next week, January 12th, we are launching 2 versions of the Field Bar. We have the traditional whey-based bar in 1 flavor, the chocolate peanut butter blondie, and we have newly added a plant-based version of the Field Bar in 2 flavors, peanut butter crunch and chocolate sea salt. I will tell you right now, one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. One of the best things. I'm gonna say better than a 22 ounce cowboy ribeye at Steiner Ranch Steakhouse is the peanut butter crunch Field Bar. Holy bananas. I will just say that. So these nutrition bars are based off of a foundation of simple ingredients. So simple, I have laid them all out on this table for you here right now. So let's start over here with the chocolate peanut butter blondie whey-based bar. Here's the ingredients in the bar. We have natural peanut butter. When I say natural peanut butter, it is just peanuts. There's no oils, there's nothing added to it. We have a whey protein base. We have cacao nibs. Previously, we were using chocolate chips. We replaced those with cacao nibs. We have dates, coconut flakes, coconut oil, and honey. So the dates and the honey really add that nice sweetness to it. You get a little beautiful crunch of those cacao nibs and the coconut in there. If we move over to the plant-based version of the Field Bar, we have, again, a natural peanut butter base. We have pea protein. We have sea salt, cacao nibs, coconut oil, peanuts, peanut flour, dates, pumpkin seeds, and agave syrup. Another sweetener we have in there as well is tapioca syrup, which is a natural sweetener. Simple ingredients. I mean, I literally have the ingredients laid out on this table right here. And we are so happy. We are so happy with the new Field Bar that we are launching. We're bringing it back to life. Simple ingredients that you can fuel yourself on the go every day and feel better. I'm happy. I'm happy. So we've started to show some of these new labels, and some of them are actually being shipped as we speak. But this is what strong greens will look like. So we have a white label on a white bottle, and the side here is green. Strong red, same thing, except the color is respective to the product. And then our other Healthline products, like Strong Multivitamins, Strong Joints, Strong Omega, Collagen, will be a white label on blue. So this is what the collagen label looks like, and we are super happy with the way this turned out. It's beautiful. Hey, Rem. Hello. 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 All right. I have been thinking about this all day. We have been doing a roast about once a week in the crock pot for like 8 to 10 hours. So Steph put this in probably at like 10 a.m. We have a roast in there with some rosemary, some seasoning, some little baby potatoes. And as soon as I dig into this, I know it's just gonna fall apart. Yes. If you were looking for some meal prep ideas going into this next couple months, a crock pot never gets old. And like I said, we've been using it once a week. We just throw a piece of meat in there, we put it on low, load it up with seasonings and fresh herbs. Like, I honestly love rosemary. I would put rosemary on everything if Steph let me. And it's just super easy. And you can throw it in like before you leave for work, or some crock pots probably actually even have a timer where you can delay it so that by the time you get home after work or after your workout, you just take everything out of the crock pot and you eat it. It's amazing, and it's perfectly cooked. So first I'm gonna remove some of these potatoes so we can get to the meat. And I wanna show you just how tender this meat gets. It literally just, it falls apart. Growing up in central Pennsylvania, we did a lot of roasts in the crock pot. A lot of meat and potatoes. We were a big meat and potatoes family. So we'll throw a few of those there. Now I'm just gonna grab, look at that. You can't even get it. It just falls apart. Holy smokes. I do love red meat. I do. So this is dinner. I am about to cover it in, you know what, ketchup. And I can hear the dogs moving. They can probably smell the meat. I'm gonna cover it in ketchup and I'm gonna devour it. And it smells absolutely amazing. So thanks for tuning in to this video. If you haven't used a crock pot before, you haven't used it recently, pull that thing out and use it. It's super convenient and it makes really good food. So we'll see you guys in the next video. These dogs do love their grass-fed meats. Remy is not as gentle as Ryder. Remy, this is Ryder's. Remy, you back up. Ryder, get your meat quick. Good dogs.